right, I want to thank everybody that's joining us here on the live stream. And I'm Paul Smith, and I want to thank Gordon LaBelle, who's helping me out, that you can't see in the Zoom screen yet, but I'm going to be sharing that. And the purpose of this live stream today, it's two things. So one, it's a systems check with Gordon LaBelle and I. So you can, watch as long as we figure out if audio is actually sounding like something and if our video looks like something. But the main purpose is that we're doing our free live stream on Monday at 1 o'clock for people that are going to follow along. I got some volunteer kids that are between like 10 and 13 that I'm going to teach to play guitar live. And I want other kids to be able to follow along and be able to keep them busy for this period of time. And we're going to do that every Monday from now until the foreseeable future, so that a bunch of kids can play music. One of the things that came up over this period of time is how to tune. So we're going to look at how we can tune all these beginner players. Okay, here we go. So our first thing is, and I'm going to check in with Gordon here. Gordon, can you unmute yourself and see if we can hear you okay? Are you doing good?
Oh, I'm doing great.
You're doing great. Okay. Does everything look okay to you on Facebook? I have no idea what we're seeing.
Oh, it's looking wonderful.
Okay. And you can actually hear my microphone this time as opposed to me using computer audio from 10 feet away like we did on our first test. So the first thing about tuning for people that are going to join us for the live stream, if you have no member of the family that knows how to tune a guitar, and we're talking about kids that are just starting off, and if you don't have a tuner, you don't have any mechanism for tuning, it's not actually as important as you might think. Our first goal for kids is to get their fingers moving and getting them to understand the basic technique. So if we don't get perfectly in tune guitars, we're not going to care that much. But there's 4 options that I'm going to give you here for trying to get guitars in tune. And this is something that we usually show students after they've advanced a little bit. So, if it's dad helping out little Johnny or little Jane on their guitar, trying to get it in tune, and dad's never played, here's some strategies you might want to try. And keep in mind, lots of people break strings when they're trying to tune guitars. So our first one is there a family member or a friend that you can get to tune your guitar? Somebody that has some musical experience that you can, safely with social distance, drop off the guitar in front of their house, get them to tune it, disinfect it, and give it back to you, and see if you can get the guitar close to being in tune. Now, guitars, they go out of tune often. When I'm playing live, I tune my guitar at least every 15 minutes, but this will get you close. The next thing is, if you have a tuner, go slow and make sure you put it on, if it has it, and most of them do, what's called a guitar mode. So you're going to go through your strings, and all of this is really easily found on Google. But there's thinnest to the thickest strings and what letter names they should be. So your first string, which is your thinnest string on a guitar, and I'm just going to show you this. The thinnest string, which is up top, and let's put this on our guitar cam. Okay, there we go. So if you're looking at a guitar, our first string, I'm going to move back a little bit, is right here, and our 6th string is this one here. So our first string is going to be E. And Gordon, can you hear me okay as I back it up from the mic? I couldn't quite hear you, Gordon, but that's okay. I'm going to assume that was a yes. Yeah, got a thumbs up. Okay, here we go. So first string is E. This one's going to be B, G, D, A, and E. And so your tuner is going to have a needle that goes back and forth. So your tuner is going to have a needle that goes back and forth. And if it's on the left side, that means you're flat and you have to go higher. And if you're on the right side, you have to go lower. And keep in mind with tuners, I've sold a pile of tuners, and about half of the time that I sell somebody a tuner, they come back and they say, I think this is broken. It's usually the pilot error that is actually the problem, because I've yet to actually take a tuner back for it being broken. But go slow, take your time, and make sure the letter name is the one that's right. If the strings start to feel really tight, you're definitely past the note that you're looking for, and you're probably going to go into breaking your string. Tuning by ear, way more advanced, and I would recommend not trying it. If you're just so far out of tune, you're just going to go and get some tension on the string. When a guitar is fully and completely tuned, an acoustic guitar, it has approximately 247 pounds of pressure on it. But when you start really tuning past the regular tuning for a guitar, you can get a whole lot more pressure going on your guitar, and you can pull the bridge off and do some pretty ugly things. The other thing that we are going to do is I've been looking around, setting up our new gear and all that stuff. I found 20 tuners that I didn't know I had that are brand new in the box, come with a battery. They're these are old school tuners that work really, really good. So I'm going to donate these to anybody that's local. All you have to do is message me on Facebook. And the first 20 people that need one for this live stream, these tuners are meant for kids. I'm going to trust you that this is, for a child, that you need this tuner that's watching the live stream. And I'm going to give those 20 tuners away so that people have a way of tuning their guitars. I want to stress again, it doesn't matter that much as we're just starting to learn the instrument and get our fingers going. If we end up playing a song that doesn't exactly sound like the song, but we're getting the hand movements, that's actually the hardest part and the most important thing. I think that's my piece on the tuning. So Gordon, I'm going to get you to unmute your audio, and I want to see who's with us on Facebook and see if there's any questions or comments or other fun things that we want to attend to. Oh, and there's Thomas Kiersop. So I see Velda Wall. Her son Aiden is awesome and takes lessons with us, takes drum lessons with us. And this is a little bit what music lessons are like by video. It's a little less complicated than this because we're not doing the whole live streaming thing. And we do more than guitar. We're offering this free group guitar stream, but we do guitar, piano, uke, voice, a whole bunch of other things. Actually, just for fun, I'm going to show you my piano camo. I've got my piano turned down. So we got a whole bunch of fun things going on. And I want to thank Gordon for getting us set up for live streaming before this crisis ever hit. So Gordon, thank you again. You've saved my butt more than once, and I appreciate it. And he's the guy that works alongside me at festivals a lot, that makes sure things that keep rolling. So I don't see that if there's any